First name Chill, surname Monger. Let's talk about Kamala Khan. Do 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 do. Kamala Khan. Do 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 do. Kamala Khan. How do we make her a success? What do we do to fix the sales, which are low, which tracked below 10K? I may be wrong about that. Maybe it just got to 10K. And how do we resurrect that, bring it back to where this comic can constantly be making sales of $30,000 every single issue, tripling the success of her comic book success. Of course, the Avengers video game has brought her to a higher prominent status. That helps. Bringing her in the public eye, making the casual customer believe that investing my dollars into this character isn't for nothing. This isn't a throwaway character. It's not the Araco mutants who they just invented who are going to be useless, and they just separated them from the mutant world of Krakoa to another planet, Mars, just so that they can blow up Mars. That's where the story is going to, because why else didn't the other mutants join? Anyways, Kamala Khan has a lot of staying power. A Disney Plus series coming out that's going to be helping out with her fame. Someone is going to play this person in the live action. It's part of the MCU canon. That's mega for a character success. Now that, or when that does become, I anticipate that the new series, Marvel, what's it called? Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit, I think it's called. I believe that would be wrapped up, or maybe the final issue is going to be around that time. And there's going to be a trade paperback that will come out. Fans are going to flock to the store. What to read what? Not the trade paperback. They're going to say, I want to read the beginning. They're going to read the first volume of Ms. Marvel that came out. That came out in 2014. And that's the starting point. That book, those 5 issues have not flopped. They've been selling consistently because when someone hears about this character, they go, where am I going to begin? From the start. I know I did. I wasn't a fan in 2014. I became a fan of comics, 2018-ish? And that's when I started reading Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel, issue number 1. That's the starting point. That book will always be hot. But then how do you keep people coming back to the comic store to get volume 2, to get volume 3, to get volume 4? Because those volumes aren't selling like hotcakes. It's only that first one that is. There's just something about the introduction of this character that let me rephrase that. It's the promotion that gets you to buy issue number 1. But then no one's sticking around for 2, 3, 4, except for people like me, which is kind of rare. Because issues 2, 3s, and 4s aren't flying off the shelves. Volumes 2, 3s, and 4s. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Okay. With Ms. Marvel coming out with an issue number 1, and now I'm talking comic books, it'll be her 4th run. Whenever this does happen, Ms. Marvel should have, and I'm talking Kamala Khan, not Carol Danvers, Ms. Marvel should have her 4th go at an ongoing series. It's really important to me that the writer that they put on this is someone who is respected amongst the comic book reading crowd. There may have been fans who were fans of Kamala Khan who were already comic book fans who just kind of, okay, this isn't going nowhere for me. I don't like what Saladin Ahmed is doing with this story, where it looks like she's progressing, and look, her dad and mom found out about her powers, then they get mind wiped. Hey, look, she kissed Bruno, she's back with his old girlfriend. Just the start and stop of that, and I cheered for every start. And then came the stop, and I was like double mad every time that happened during those 18 issues that happened. We need someone who wants to progress the Kamala Khan story. Someone who might want to, I don't know, take her out of school. Make her realize, well, since I'm not a super genius, I don't really need the education thing. I know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Having this Kamala's Law thing, and I'm already in the public eye, maybe I need to just I don't need to follow the Spider-Man formula. I'm not Spider-Man, I'm Ms. Marvel. Pronounced with a Z, not Miss Marvel. And maybe she needs to smarten up. Then she becomes her own person. She becomes Kamala Khan. Maybe she can drop that name Ms. Marvel, because first of all, no one gets it right. They call her Miss Marvel instead of Ms. Marvel. There's a clear difference. One is Z, one is S. And I pronounce it correctly, but it's a stupid name, because what does it even mean? What is a command? It's not an action-heavy, focused word. It's Ms. Meaning what's the word? The pronoun of a woman. Ms. When it's unspecified whether or not she's married, that would be Mrs. Or unmarried, that's Miss. It's Ms. You don't know. Hey, that's what the word is. And then Marvel, who everyone in comics, sorry, I just kicked you. My bad. Who everyone in Jean Grey has the Marvel girl name. There's the Marvel boy guy who's on Guardians of the Galaxy. There's Blue Marvel, and there's another one I'm forgetting about. Oh, I mean, like, of course, Captain Marvel, and everyone who's shared that name, Shazam, and it's just the Marvel name has been used. Didn't the Children of the Atom just have a Marvel? I believe there's another one right there. It's just a stupid thing that you bad name. Kamala Khan. Hey, now we're talking. Kamala Khan. Do. It works for me. Does it work for everyone? No. They love the branding. There is a movie that's going to be called The Marvels, which you know my feelings on that. Should have been called Captain Marvel too. Don't be chicken shit and hide from it. That was a $1.1 billion film, and it was not a bad film. It was a pretty enjoyable film. Don't hide behind. Don't go, hey, Brie Larson, look, we know you're not racist, so we're gonna share this movie title with the black and the Pakistani female hero. How do you feel about that, Brie? Well, I'm not racist, so I guess I gotta say yes to it. Boop. That's how that phone call went. They tricked her. They used racism to do the wrong thing. We gotta stand by Captain Marvel. You know why? Because she didn't get a sequel. Iron Man got a sequel. Man. Captain America got a sequel. Man. Thor got a sequel. Man. Captain Marvel? Oh, so a female can't have her own sequel? That's how I see it. And I'm not even being jokey about it. I really do feel that way. It's just the wrong thing to be doing. And of course, it's not going to please anyone, because if you didn't like the Captain Marvel movie, you're going to dislike this movie too. It's just, who are we pleasing? It's a very bad decision. Back to Kamala Khan, which is the focus of this video. I called her Pakistani. Pakistani, that's how you pronounce that word. This character is unique and new, and she's needed. And I want her to succeed, not just for Pakistani American kids to look and see themselves and identify something with, but this is way more important for the for white people who grow up feeling like white is the default. They see this on screen and maybe they can identify people who look like that other ways than the negative ways or the stereotypical ways. I say them, but I don't want to voice them into existence, into their presence. I really feel like the multiculturalism, diversity stuff is important for the people who are not white, but the white people gain from it by when they're younger, when they're not impressionable, and when they are when they're more impressionable, when they're younger and they're not set in hateful or wrong or even right ways. When you're younger, impressionable, it's important for them to see other people in different various lights, so they don't get the wrong idea when they grow up and they don't do terrible things. You know what I'm talking about, hate crimes. And that's not every white person, of course. If you're sensitive, I don't mean all white people. You guys are an awesome, eclectic group of people, and there's some bad apples. I swear to God, I know when I said bad apples, it sounds like I'm doing the cop talk. It just came out that way. But awesome white people, right? Right. So that's the importance of this character, Kamala Khan, and why I want her to succeed for those very serious reasons, even if it seemed like I was jokey about it. We gotta progress her. We gotta make her come out of school. We gotta give her a new villain. Female villain. About her age. Someone that we can, picture having in a movie 4 or 5 years from now. Let's imagine this character takes off and it is a hit. There's a lot of reasons why this character might just take off. She is literally what fans were going to the theaters to watch Avengers Endgame, screaming and chanting. Everyone who was there Thursday evening and Friday, those fans, that's Kamala Khan. She is very relatable to the Marvel nerds who do fan fiction, those kind of people. That's who Kamala Khan is. There's a lot going for her and she can really succeed. The relatability factor is probably more than any other character in Marvel. Think about it for a second. How many of us are from the 1940s like Steve Rogers? How many of us are billionaire, philanthropist, playboy with a suit? Those are the two biggest stars of Marvel. We can't relate to that. We can't relate to those aspects of the character. There's parts we can. Like, the grenade thing. I could totally jump on a grenade to save everybody's life. That's me. Facts. But Kamala Khan's a super Marvel fan girl, and I'm a super Marvel fan guy, so it works out. These characters can blow up. The show will come out. You already know what the criticisms will be. Just use your imagination. If they actually nail the character where we can identify with her, we, the ones who are not going to hate on it immediately. If it's not corny, if they do her cast right, which she has a great cast of characters with Nakia and Zoe and Bruno, and Josh too, Discord. But it's only what, a 9-episode show. They might not get into everything with doing with Discord, but there's the seeds that they can plant for Ms. Marvel. Hopefully it's not just Ms. Marvel, the Marvel's movies, and then we'll see what happens. I hope they actually have a phase 3 planned. I like the way Riri Williams has her Ironheart show, and then she'll have Armor Wars to do right after. Like there's something for her to do right after. So I want part 3 for these two characters. Progress the story. Give her a comic book writer who's top notch. You're gonna have to pay a little bit of money, Marvel, but believe in this character. Treat her the way she should be treated. Don't do how you've been doing her. Alex Ross mural. You remember? So if you don't know who Alex Ross is, he's the best artist in the world. He makes really lifelike paintings. The Marvel headquarters got a painting by him. It was a mural of like all of the big name characters, and he made like 20 characters. None of them are Kamala Khan. None of them are Miles Morales either. He was asked, hey, can you add Shang-Chi to that list of people? Meaning that they were going to suggest things to him. And so he drew a Shang-Chi also to match with Black Panther and Storm and, the characters who you think would be there. Fantastic Four, a couple of Avengers that you know. Ms. Marvel wasn't treated that way. She's not on that tier. She's not on that tier. These are just facts that I'm spewing, so I'm just letting you guys know she's not seen in that light. She needs to be. They need to go, Jason Aaron, when you're finished writing the Avengers, Kamala. Hey, Nick Spencer, I know you're doing the Amazing Spider-Man right now. When your run is over, we got this challenge for you. It's the new age of Spider-Man. It's Kamala Khan. Do something with her that's never been done with her before. Put these top-notch writers on Kamala Khan. Give her the respect, not that she's earned, but that she deserves. I always call out Marvel and the liberal, the lefty people who are just so anti-racism and spew. They chant and cheer and cry over it. Let's make a financial sacrifice. That may even pay off. It's a risk that may just pay off too, because Nick Spencer's a quality writer. He's gonna bring a fan base over. It's not gonna be this Amazing Spider-Man fan base, but it'll be a fan base that comes over. The Ms. Marvel book will sell more, and people start hearing word of how much he resurrected this character, how awesome it is. That's awesome. What instead they do is they hire, what was her name? Samira Ahmed, who's a novelist. No disrespect to her, and I hope that her book does great. But the fact that she is not a comic book writer, I know the rate that she gets paid is not a Nick Spencer rate. Let me stop picking on Nick Spencer. Tom Taylor, Al Ewing, Brian Michael Bendis, any big name writer. It's not that rate, and so they know when this book sells little sales, then they're not going to be losing much money or any money at all because of the cost of the book. Yet they're going to say, we used Samira because she believes in the same God that this fictional character believes in. That's what they'll say. And they say, we got to match, got to give opportunity. The character must match what the person is who's writing it. Malarkey, and I see through it, and I always call it out here. It's sickening. Okay, that's the video. I want to hear from you. I truly want to hear from you. Leave a comment. Thank you for watching.